is why was it important to you to see this research happen in our community? And maybe I'll ask you, Andrew, to go first.
Well, thank you, Leena. In 2020, after the murder of George Floyd, Wendy Rinella gave me a call and she said, isn't it a good time now to really get the pulse of the community? And I was thinking that in 2003, we engaged Maureen Brown, who's a noted sociologist, to engage with our youth, Black youth in Oakville, and she authored a report called Growing Up Black in Oakville. And that was a groundbreaking instrumental report that really put on paper their voices and the need for the community to rally around Black people and really explain what it is that they were feeling in the community. So 2020, that Growing Up Black in Oakville report was used by very many different organizations to demonstrate the need in the community. And I thought that this would be a wonderful time for it to be updated. Everybody was angry about what was happening. There were a number of events, and we really wanted to see what would be the answer to our question about, tell me about your sense of belonging in the community. So that's where it all started. And I was not surprised to see some of the results, but some of the results did, in fact, really open my eyes. So I'm glad that we did it, and I'm glad that it's there for the entire community. There's a lot of local charities that should use the report. There's a lot of organizations that have used it as a catalyst to change in their respective organizations. I know that the Halton District School Board and the Halton Catholic District School Board are using it to be the catalyst for their Black success coaches and bring in some Black social workers. The police are using it. Town of Oakville has used it. So I believe it's an instrumental and groundbreaking report that should be used by a lot of different people in all kinds of organizations to really understand what people are feeling and get the sense of pulse of the community. People think that everybody is doing okay, but they're not doing okay. And giving themselves a chance to really articulate why and what they would like to see as change was really important. And I'm glad to be a part of it.
Wonderful. Thanks, Andrew. What about you, Mohamed? What would you say is, why was this important research for you to bring to our community?
Thank you, Leena. On so many levels, the conversation and experiences of BIPOC communities not new within the community itself. But like Andrew, the murder of George Floyd, which also coincided with the pandemic when people got time to stay at home and start reflecting on the meaning of life itself. For me, I thought it was a very good time to expand the conversation and also remind people of the most important thing in life, which is these connections we have as human beings, as communities. So yes, I also got a call from my colleagues asking me if I would like to be part of this, important way of communicating the experiences and also gauging the sense of belonging that people have in the community. I jump at the chance to say, yes, I would like to be part of it. So it is an ongoing, I guess, part of my work to engage into these researches and also expanding and including different voices. And in this case, trying to sort of gauge the sense of belonging for residents and people living in Oakville. And that's how I got to be part of the of the project. And I'm also glad to hear that it is being used in educational settings in schools. Just as Andrew said, yeah, this is, I guess it is all worth it. This is the reason why I do this work, and this is the reason why I want to be involved in it.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Mohamed. Wendy.
Yeah, thank you, Leena. And just to build on what both Mohamed and Andrew have said, I did make a call to Andrew. And at that time, we know that the death of and murder of Mr. Floyd was really making members of our community hurt. And so I wanted to reach out to the Black community, and I wanted, as you would say, hold space. And I wanted to work with them on making sure that belonging was felt all across our community in all sectors. And that has been a very big focus of the Community Foundation, is increasing our sense of belonging within the community. We had done a report in 2017, and for lack of a better word, I'm going to say it probably whitewashed the results. Largely at that time, the population of Oakville around 2016 was clocked at about 33% of the population identified as Black, Indigenous, or a racialized person, whereas now in 2021, it's 43.2%, I believe, is the most recent. So we knew the community was changing really quickly, and we knew that what we thought about 2016 data was not accurate. So not only did I reach out to Andrew, who came up with the suggestion of what research we could do, we also reached out to someone who works with Mohamed at Sheridan College, because historically the Caribbean Association, the Foundation, and Sheridan have been research partners and have done quite a bit of work together. So it was a natural fit. And we started building and developing the research so that it would be community-based. It would involve students from Sheridan, which Mohamed was wonderful in leading with his colleagues at Sheridan. And the advisory committee, of course, included you, Leena, Andrew, and Elder Peter Schuler with the Mississaugas of the Credit. So we wanted to make sure that it was properly guided and reflective of the various parties that we were trying to engage.